Welcome in to episode 6 of our Let's Play Ara History Untold series. This is a learning series. We're getting to know the game. We're figuring things out. We are in post update 1.1, and so we've got all the beautiful quality of life changes they've been implementing. Oxide Games have been very responsive to the community and put in some excellent features. We've gone through those in the last episode. So today, we're going to be progressing our game as Benito Juarez. We are on turn 49 in the game, so we're really still in early game Ara. So if you're jumping into the series for the first time, welcome. In the description below is a link to episode 1 of the series. If you want to catch up on everything that will lead you to this moment, to where we are now, opening strategies, different thoughts about update 1.1, all of that was in the last episode. So we check out that if you want to catch up on where we are right now. We are going to jump in. We've got some neighbors encroaching on our territory. We're trying to deal with that. We've got critical decisions to make about research now that we have moved up into the next age and different things like that. So let's jump in and see where the game will take us. Here we are in our capital city of Ciudad de Mexico, and we are, I want to say we're like rocking and rolling. Like we're doing fine. We're getting really low on timber. This has become a recurring theme actually in some of my games of Ara now. We need to keep an eye on timber production. You know, we've got a pretty good stock of materials. I think materials get used more later on in the game of Ara. We're doing the right thing, right? We've got a logging camp in now, so we've got some stuff going on. We got some really nice scouting done now at this point. It was really handy that I think in this particular game we went we stuck with the scout. We went with the scout for the opener. I will say that in most other games of humankind, of Ara, I will say I do think that a scout opener is probably your best bet. The value that you get in early exploration, knowing where your neighbors are going to be to dictate where they might start to ridiculously forward settle you, like Mr. Picaria has done up here, is something that's invaluable. The caches are incredibly potent early game, and so the more of them you can collect, and then in addition to that, the hunts are also very valuable. And so once your scouts are kind of done scouting, they can come back around and start doing hunts as well. I do think that a spearman is a good play early on as well, just to start getting hunts done close to your capital and around your land. But I think a scout opener is good. In this particular game, I think it actually worked out very, very well for us not to do a scout opener because we were sitting in the corner of our continent. One scout has kind of gotten us as much as we could have gotten. We ran into a neighbor here and a neighbor here. They were already have gonna explored all of this and taken most of the caches anyway. And so we got away with basically a no scout opener, right? We kept the scout we started with and we were able to go with that. I don't think that's a great play probably in most games. I just started a game over on the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MaddishMoose, playing on the Earth map as Canada, and I needed 2 scouts, right? There's too much land, there's too many directions to go. 2 scouts was definitely the way to open that particular game. There was a lot of stuff to go gather. I'm okay with it in this one, the way this one ended up rolling out. Okay. Last we were here, we picked the technology in the Bronze Age, Code of Laws, as our first technology. That moves us towards the monarchy government style, which is a huge thing early game. So again, I will tell you, Code of Laws probably is your number 1 and first research in the Bronze Age. Most of the time, I can't think of any good reason why it wouldn't be. Monarchy is incredibly powerful. Chiefdom does not actually get you any bonuses. You get nothing from chiefdom, whereas monarchy gets you some substantial bonuses and increases your city cap as well, right? So want to go to our next government type as quickly as possible. So we have that rolling and we are plugging along. We have our 3rd city settled. We are starting to attempt to create a border with Mr. Picaria's crazy forward settle. We also have our scout coming down through here. We're going to run into our other player probably this time, and so we will rock and roll. We have a feast that's been crafted. We like that. We're in the Bronze Age. We're consuming a feast. We have a unit that's idle. We are going to move. I think I'm going to move right here. I want to uncover. I don't want to leave like a patch of fog there, so we'll move there. This guy is ready to hunt. We're just gonna start clearing everything out here. We'll leave the tiger for a little while. That's a longer and more arduous hunt. So I'll come through. We'll clear everything but tigers probably. We'll probably start clearing some of these cougars out as well, though, as we get into it. They're not terrible. The tigers are one of the I think it's tigers, polar bears, and grizzly bears. I think are all the top predators on the map. 3 hunts in danger level 5. I think those are the 3 that have the top danger level. So if you're looking at hunts, I mean, their reward is better, but you also, again, that's 3 hunts with the possibility of a lot of danger, right? I don't remember what the number is. We'll find out when we go hunt them, but they're basically, you're probably going to need to heal your unit in between the 3. Like, you're not going to get all 3 done unless you get really lucky, essentially. Okay, new event, family business. Ooh, interesting. So we have a big choice to make here. We can decline the grant and keep the prosperity in our capital. Minus 20 prosperity in our capital in 5 turns is pretty good, right? Like, we're gonna lose some money. We're gonna lose some golden age progress as well for doing this. But for 5 turns, we get, basically, this grants you a free technology from a future era. So irrigation, we can see what irrigation gets us. Allows the improved farming and the creation of aesthetic features. So we have different things we get access to: flowers, the flower field, the water well, the irrigated farm, and the hanging gardens. So not bad. This is pretty decent, right? It's an Iron Age tech. Gets us access to some pretty potent things. I think the water well actually is pretty helpful. Plus 10 city health is a pretty decent amount. And the flower fields actually are very good as well. And the flower fields are necessary to get you to the hanging gardens. So there's some good things there. Chariots, if they're going to war, are very, very useful. Chariots also get you access to the stable. The stable is a very powerful building, so we could get access to the stable right away. Carriages are also a very powerful amenity for your cities. You can see there with the plus 10 city production and 100 city growth, which is a ton, right? So just some pretty potent stuff there in that particular space. Now, you have to get the stables to build the carriages, and so, you know, there is a trade-off there. So you have to find the space to build a stables in order to get this. But the stables are pretty nice. You could also put an expert into the stables, and I believe that nets you bonus production as well in your city. So there are potential good things that could result from going that direction. Trading is another one that we can get. Gets you roads, which is not a bad thing. Also gets you access to the trading post and the bakery. The bakery does make good things. The trading post gets you money, so if you're struggling with wealth generation, you can do that as well. Trade goods end up being very good to do things as well. I think they end up being an accelerator for a couple good things. So you can't really go wrong here. The general consensus that I would probably say is when you can get a tech from a future era, from a future age, right? This is an Iron Age tech that we can get access to early. So we don't have to wait to move up to get access to irrigation. Like, that's pretty good. If we were in a space where we could build a stable right now, I think that going chariots is probably also a very good play. Like, if we were just like, hey, I'm going to build a stable immediately upon getting this, or if you were going to war and you wanted access to war chariots or war elephants, I think that would be the play. Carriages are, again, very powerful, so you could start making those a little bit earlier than you might otherwise. I think I'm going to go with herbalism because I can't pass up getting a tech that's a whole age early. It's just too... There's so many good things in there, so let's do that one. We'll rock and roll there. We made progress towards irrigation. We've actually unlocked irrigation, as it turns out, which is good. We have Paragon shoes as well, so big stuff on here on turn 49. Let's do a quick thing. We've already gone over Paragons, so we know about them. Let's go look at our Paragons. The only Paragon we have in is Nessie here as our Chief Advisor. So we already have a Chief Advisor, so we probably don't need another Chief Advisor. But we see that we have some options for Chief Advisor here. We have the option to have a Prophet, which is not bad, although we don't have a religion yet. But as a cultural advisor, we could get that 10% build production towards religious improvements. We're going to start building altars here soon so that we can get our religion out, so that would be possibly helpful, right? We can also take Imhotep if we wanted the domestic advisor here, plus 10 build production towards Triumph improvements in your capital, which we are planning on going after a Triumph relatively soon in our capital, so we could take that. And then we also have a strategist, but I don't think we need the strategist. If we go to war with Baccaria, it could be useful, right? Could be useful. Man, let's see, because we could fluctuate Imhotep between domestic advisor and military advisor. Like if we're building a Triumph, we can have him on domestic, and if we're building a military improvement, we can switch him to military. So that's not bad, because he's always going to be useful, right? So that's I think he's probably more useful than the Prophet right now. Although we're going to probably, well, between both of these, we'll probably build just as many as we would the religious improvements. It's a tough choice. I think we take Imhotep here. We'll go Imhotep, and we'll slot him in.
Deified Egyptian politician, high priest, and step pyramid architect.
I guess for now, we just put him as the domestic advisor. He's not going to get us anything immediately, but we'll put him as domestic advisor and assume that we're going to build a Triumph before we build a military improvement. I guess that's what I'm going for. All right, let's see. We are not producing jewelry at all. We are consuming some jewelry. We are producing and consuming feasts at exactly the same rate, but we probably want to continue producing them. I don't think we have anything to boost. Yeah, we have to spend, what is it? It's 10 wealth in order to do this. I just don't think it's worth it. Until we have precious stones or precious metals, I don't think it's worth it to do this. I think we'll just keep cranking feasts. We need 5 more feasts out of this, and then we'll check. We're gonna at some point we're gonna run out of jewelry, and then we'll switch to something else. Maybe, hopefully, we'll have another piece at that time. Okay, I have to do a quick check here sometimes, right? Just to make sure that nothing is like idle. Like if you look down here, it'll tell you if anything's idle, and you can actually do all your movement from there. So okay, let's rock and roll. Go to our next turn. We'll keep things kind of moving along. My objective with this Let's Play series is I'm going to try to go a little faster from now on. I think that the learning curve in Ara, the game is so long that if you try to like nuance everything, you're just not going to remember all the things you're trying to nuance. And so we'll try to like cover big things, but I want to like hopefully progress the series in a more just not faster necessarily. I just want to be more streamlined about the way that I choose to stop to talk about things. There's a predator win. We're no longer feeling grapes from Italy. Perfect. So the grapes are now gone as well. But he is producing some wine that we could take. We're still getting ropes, and he has no resources available. He's using all of his resources. I wonder if we just start taking like feasts or something. I mean, we could try to grab some wine. Maybe he's got some. Maybe we can grab like a wine or something like that from him. That way we have something to slot in at some point. We could do cured meats. Cured meats is not bad. I like cured meats because of the prosperity and happiness. But I don't know. Let's try to grab a wine, I guess. Apparently he's got tons of grapes that he's using. So, all right, the farm is complete. We actually did not have a plow to slot into said farm, so we're gonna want to take a look at our workshop. What do we have them doing? We have them building 3 more lithic tools. I think what I would like to do is switch this to a plow. Let's get 1 plow out, maybe as fast as we possibly can. Let's accelerate it with some materials as well. Actually, that doesn't change the turns. Well, we'll do it anyway. We'll get that plow out as quickly as we can. So 1 plow to put into our field. We're currently crafting these lithic tools, right, in order to be able to build Stonehenge, right? We need 5 lithic tools and 10 rope, which is a substantial amount. So we're looking to potentially do that with Stonehenge. It's a 9-turn build in our capital right now. What we want to time this with, oh my gosh, so many pop-ups. What we want to time this with is our Golden Age. So we're at a rate of 3 per, so it's going to take us a little bit here, where you can see our Golden Age bars filling up down here. We have, you can't actually see it, behind my head. We're increasing at a rate of +3 per turn. We have to get to that 200 out of 140, so we have quite a few turns left, but we need to continue prepping and going towards as much as we can our ability to build Stonehenge. Now, it's a 9-turn build, so even if we start it when the Golden Age starts, we should be able to get it done. in the Golden Age, but what I'd like to do is start it a little bit before the Golden Age starts so that we finish it during the Golden Age and get that 25% bonus to prosperity. So we're kind of planning ahead towards that, right? We also want that plow to get into that farm, though, so we maximize what we're getting out of it, which is the cattle, right? All right, we only lost 5 health, so that's not bad. We'll keep hunting wolves for the most part. Just keep that easy. This is a nice territory. We need to get our city over here. We need to get a city over here so we can snag this land up, I think. I think that's our fourth. Once we get to monarchy, that's got to be where we go. I know there's a spot up here as well, and it's arguably this spot up here is going to be more contested, but I feel like the resources over here are incredibly valuable. And so we might want to pop out here first and then to the territory up here that we want to go to. We're gonna get stuck here pretty quick. I feel like we're gonna get stuck pretty quick. All right, let's keep coming down in this direction. Our city is idle, so we have to pick a new city build. We are currently losing 8 wealth per turn. Oh, is that because? Oh, it's the plow. It's the plow. The plow is 25 wealth per turn. I forgot that's the boost on that. Yeah, we don't have... Oh, we could use horses. We can use horses, and then we get all our gold back. Well, that's lovely. And that is why we wanted access to horses as quickly as possible. Okay, and now we can make our decision about what we want to build. So, we have everything is improved that needs to be improved. We have nothing left to improve. So we can pick a separate project. Our food per turn is substantial, so we don't have to put any more farms in with our granary. We're doing good there. We could go with another lumber mill, possibly, or we could start putting in some of our other pieces that are going to improve what we're doing. I don't feel like we need a stone pit quite yet. We don't need fishing nets because we don't have anything to put there. We have no need for the hunting camp. We could get a fermenting pit in. We are not in need of a dwelling, so I think our choices now become, do we want an apothecary, a butcher shop, or a ceramic shop? Because we want to get some of those in. The other option would be, do we put in another workshop somewhere in order to take advantage of potentially having a workshop in to be able to build some buildings in an additional way? What I'd like to do is take like this territory, put a workshop in this territory, and then build a bunch of different buildings here, because the workshop will reduce our cost on that, right? If you look at the text on a workshop, it says plus 25% production, build production towards industry improvements in the region. So if you put one in a territory, then all your other industry buildings you put in that territory are at 25% reduced production cost, which is a pretty substantial reduction. So we'd like to do that. And I don't actually think I want to do it in any of our existing territories, right? This is going to be all lumber mills, maybe a mill. I can't remember what the other bonus building is for that. This one has a farm in it, and so it doesn't optimize the use of the land. This one's going to be all farms, and then this one, again, is like a question mark. Like, do we put... it's got 3 This one's got 3 too. We could put a workshop here and then like prep to put like a docks in. I think the docks need to go over here, though. We could take this one. Maybe I like the idea of putting a workshop in where we do our docks and things like that. So let's look at projects. We'll come back up to the top. The ceramic shop is industrial, and you can see it's industrial. This little symbol up here says it's an industrial improvement. The butcher shop is also industrial. The apothecary is science. So it might be our best bet here to put our apothecary in. That gets us the +5 city health and the +10 city knowledge, and we'll start to be able to craft these really nice herbal medicines, which do help our city health, which will help our growth. So I think the answer to our question is, let's hold on the second workshop so that we can get a butcher shop and a ceramic shop in that territory at that reduced rate. And let's put an apothecary in for now, because I think that's our best bet. The other option would be to just put another logging camp in, which does only take 4 turns, and we do kind of have a deficit of timber right now. We need another 50 timber at minimum to build Stonehenge. I still would like to get something that's crafting stuff out, so let's go with the apothecary. It's 5 turns, so the butcher shop is a 2-turn build even at this point, which is kind of crazy. Where should we apothecary is the question. Other science buildings it's not going to be particularly important. I think what I'd like to do is have our harbor or a dock on this side. So I don't think we need to, this doesn't need to be docked. Let's put it right here. Put our apothecary right here as a science building. And we'll get that in and cranking in our capital. We also, that's going to put us close to being able to, actually, you know what? After this is in, we build another settler. Because we will have researched, we will be able to put another, well, we need to get more, no, we have the food, yeah. We do settler after this. We go apothecary into settler because we will be ready to get our settler out for our city as soon as we can. We can actually, technically, we could go settler first. And then get the settler out to the... Ooh. Changed my mind. Changed my mind. Can we build a settler right now? I think I'm going to go settler into apothecary. Because that will allow us to build the settler in 5 turns. In 6 turns, we open up our extra city cap. This will allow us to start walking our settler there in advance of getting our city down. We'll get our city down a lot faster this way. We know we're going to open up a city slot, and so I think we want to be able to push that border as fast as we can. Let's go settler first into apothecary. All of that just to change my mind. Next turn. All right, we have crafted a grain store that is perfect. We have a couple idle units. This guy's doing some exploration. We're going to cut down here. We're going to meet whoever this is soonish. All right, we're going to get this hunt done, and we just press the next turn button. The plow is complete, and what we'll notice is it should... Let's jump back over to our farm that needed the plow. Boom. In. The beauty of the national economy screen at work and the policies at work. Okay, perfect. We are crafting lithic tools there still, so we're good there. 10 health while hunting the wolf. That's unfortunate. And we are consuming a feast. We have some idle units now. This should be... Oh, man, we have to move here just to unlock that. That's fine. That's fine. Feels like a waste of a turn, but we'll do it. All right, we're going to go over here. We're going to go ahead and get this hunt done with that guy, and we are hitting the next turn. We are cranking right along. A couple of crafting's done. We've got cash discovered. Oh, see, if we wouldn't have done... Now it's all worth it. We moved over here thinking we were wasting a turn, but no. We're going to be able to grab this cash now, so we like that. All right, we got grain stores being consumed. Oh, yeah, did we put another... Well, we have 1 turn left on this grain. Okay, I was going to say, we need another granary at some point to start crafting more grain stores, so hopefully we're rocking and rolling towards that, and we are, so that's good. Unit idle, we're going to get this hunt done. 35 health points for that 50% chance loss, so it's either 15 or 35, so again, danger goes up quite a bit. Hunting these cougars requires 2 hunts. We should be able to get at least 1 cleared before we have to get out of here. So, all right, we have met a nation. Let us meet our friend, our second neighbor.
You've come into contact with a foreign nation.
King Ashoka of India. Okay. Dislikes us right away. I don't love that. Let's check his stuff. Spiritual. Okay, that's fine. We don't mind that. Although that's going to put a damper on our religion. Efficient, plus 20% craft production at all crafting improvements in all cities. Efficient is, in my opinion, one of the best traits in the game. This is a fantastic trait. We also have speed to scouts, so he should have been out. I can't believe he didn't meet us. He must have explored in the opposite direction very rapidly. And impulsive, -10, established relationship with other. Oh, okay, so there's where the dislike comes from. His trait actually has set us back with him right away. Now, the nice thing is, it doesn't look like he has any military types of things. I actually like all of his bonuses, except for that impulsive one. Conquest by Dharma, religion improvements provide +10 city health. Apothecaries and clinics and their upgrades provide +1 religion spread strength. I actually don't mind. Ashoka's kit is not bad. I wouldn't mind, like, a game playing as Ashoka, I don't think would be a bad thing. He's got a pretty decent kit. I don't like that he's got a negative trait, right? But all of his stuff is moderately interesting. Again, efficient being one of the better traits in the game. Perfect. What's up? Where's our borders at? I don't think I want open borders, although it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like, maybe we should offer open borders just for, you know what? Just like we'll offer open borders to increase our relationship with him. I wonder if they're actually, you know what? Let's just for the sake of it, because I don't like how bad our relationship is. Oops. Let's cancel that for a second. If I offer him a gift of like a feast at 1.6, not worth it. 1.3, 1.6, 0.6, point. Okay. So none of this. He's not willing to accept gifts at this time, basically. If a gift doesn't give me like +5 to +15, it's not worth giving for like 1 point on this scale. It's not even close. But I don't mind swapping a border offer with him just to see what that is. We also have to wonder if this is his first city or his second city. It could be his first city. It's about equidistant, kind of, to how far away Milano is from us, so we'll have to see in regards to that. All right, next turn. Improvement complete. We got a granary. Oh, we need... What is this supposed to be? What goes in here? Oh, wheels. Okay. We'll get a wheel soon enough. All right, go back to our granary. It's already put in both of our improvements there, and we need to start crafting more grain stores. We will use our grain for this. Oh, we don't have quite... If we put this in, that's going to turn... We're depleting in 4 turns. Do we have grain anywhere else on the map? We need access to more grain. We have rice grain here, but rice grain is just grain, right? They changed that. So grain, we have grain way over there. Don't have any grain in here. Does this city have access to grain anywhere? They do not. That is slightly problematic. Is there grain over here? There is not. Oi. Okay, well, where is the next source of grain? Up here? No, corn. Yeah, corn gets us grain. Or the grain equipment. So, man, that's... Otherwise, we are short on grain. Very short on grain in our empire, and that is problematic. That is substantially problematic. I don't like that at all. This is not great news. We need access to grain. We might want to even, like, this is actually a really powerful territory. We might actually have to push our settle up here to just to try to grab these 2 territories. If we could settle this, depending on how many zones are here, which you still can't tell, by the way. Depending on how many zones are here, I would love to settle this spot right here and grab as quickly as I can to the rice and to the corn. That's going to be very problematic. Okay, well, we're gonna try to speed out. We're gonna try to keep that in on the granary, but man, we are not producing enough grain in our empire for sure. So we need to keep an eye on how we can make that work, right? Here's our dwelling. We didn't have a basket to put in that dwelling, so we do need to craft a basket at some point as well. And this is where, again, we need another workshop. We need a second workshop for sure at some point here. Which I'll probably go apothecary into workshop. We'll prep to get like a workshop down at our next spot. We also need to grab our Stonehenge spot though. So it's gonna get questionable. 15 health loss, so we didn't get to 35, so that's good. That's nice. Alright, let's grab this cash. Let's hope it's grain, to be honest. India has declined my proposal. Okay. Alright. Alright, we need to expand in Neza. Neza's ready to grow. They also need an amenity. We have a couple jewelry left. We are running out of grain stores. On the next turn. We have 0 grain stores currently. Oh no. We need more grain. We're in a little bit of a world of hurt here. We're in a little bit of a world of hurt here. It's gonna start to get kind of painful. Alright, where are we gonna grow to? Where is our growth zone? Oh, okay. I mean, anything that gets us a little bit of lumber is good. Oh, we don't have any access to lumber here, so that's fine. Do we need to stretch out to, like, reach anything? Don't think so. We got grapes here. Oh, we could do a workshop territory. Up here, this could be a nice territory to stick a workshop in. It's a 5. This one would also work, right? In an inland 5, we could put the workshop in there. We could workshop... Actually, all 3 of these are exactly the same, but these ones got more base food in them. So maybe this would be the best one, but I'm not gonna... This tiger's gonna be in my way, but I'm not gonna fill this anyway, right? Let's grab this one, and we'll put a workshop. I think that's the play. Oh, we can also put the workshop in this one. We already own it. There's a lot of great territories around here. This is really nice land. We could actually put the workshop over here, because we could put the docks in right here as well. That's actually probably the play. I don't mind grabbing this as well. Like, that's fine. But the idea of this being our workshop territory, we put a... Because it's got 5. If it's got... Oh, does it have 5? Did we determine what it has? Let's check. Oh, yeah. It also has 5. Yeah. So we could go like workshop, docks, and then several other buildings here. That would work nicely. So like, we could just do that right now then, right? Obviously, we've got some sheep and some goats that are not improved, and some other, like, we got a lot of stuff that's not improved in this zone, but I think we're doing just fine, and I really think we need another workshop online. Let's go workshop right here. We go workshop there into docks and then into some other buildings to get crafting up and running. I think that feels good. Okay. We have to remember we need some baskets. We need to craft some baskets out of whatever workshop we end up building. Okay, what do we got going on here? Everything is improved that can be improved. We're not growing for another couple of turns, so we can kind of put in whatever we want. We don't need another granary currently because we don't have the grain to be able to boost the grain stores anyway, and I think 2 granaries is probably enough for the cities that we have, as much as I'd love to get another one. So we are looking at this territory as a 4-food territory. I'm gonna throw on yields real quick. That's a 4-food. This is a 4-food as well, and it will have a farm in it. So this is more likely to be like a stacked farms here. But, well, except that we don't know how many zones are in this. We don't know how many zones are in this, but we're hoping that it has some amount of zones. I really need to have a zone viewer. I really need a zone viewer. This, now I'm making, like, critical decisions in my cities that, well, I don't have the information I need to be able to make these choices. Anyway, that's moderately frustrating. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna go, we're gonna go workshop. We're gonna get some workshop territories in. We're just gonna go workshop here, and then we're gonna put, like, again, like, we just get, like, some amount of buildings going. And I realize that these buildings want to stack, right? Like, if you look at the ceramic shop, for example, it boosts other ceramic shops. So eventually you do want, like, at least one territory where all your ceramic shops are kind of grouped together. Butcher shops technically don't have that, right? So butcher shops would be an easy one to slot in with, specifically with, like, docks and the workshop. But I think we just need more workshops up and running. So let's just go into a workshop. Let's stick the workshop somewhere small. Why? Aesthetics. Aesthetics. All right, we go next turn. All right. Monarchy is ready to go. We get to choose our next tech. Wow, once again, chariots get us access to stables, which get us access to the carriages. They're good. Sails get us access to the docks, which are also fantastically good. So the question is, which one do we want to go to? We also can go to Palace. Palace gets us 50 prestige on completion, and if we get the palace built when we're in a golden age, that could be really beneficial. So there's a bunch of... Oh, and then sacred rites as well. Do we want to get our religion up and running as fast as humanly possible? You technically do. I think we could go maybe sacred rites into masonry for the palace, and then we go into, like, sails for the docks. I don't think we're going to get the docks built fast enough to make them useful to us. Specifically in our capital, we don't really have a spot chosen for our docks yet. We could put them in, and docks are hugely powerful. And we have an expert to put in the docks already. Ooh, and it's tempting. It's tempting, but you know what? I am... With India right next to us, I think we need our religion up and running fast, so I think we got to get our altar built. I'm going to go that way. Maybe not the best choice. I'm going to hard sell on getting a religion up early just to try to get some of those tenets, or verses, I guess, early, because I think those are going to be important. Okay, we got a feast because we cleared a cougar. That's cool. We got a metal ingot out of that cache. It's not grain, but I don't know if you can get grain out of it. You're not doing ropes from Italy either. Oh, gosh. Trading with you is the worst, sir. Trading with you is the worst. Can I have some pots, maybe? I don't know. They need to fix how trading works in that way. Having to redo these like every turn is a bit frustrating. All right, we're about to run out of all of our amenities. It's about to get It's about to get tricky. All right, let's... do I want to go... I can't go through his territory, right? So I think I need to go down. I think we need to move down. Let's just send him this way. I'm going to go this direction so I can see what's over here, like which direction he's pushing. Because I do think we have to do this settle now, right? Or our settler's out too, which is good. Can't settle him yet till next turn. Well, we have to do our government, and then next turn we get the city cap. This unit is idle, and we can go hunt. Let's go clear this wolf. We'll go wolf to wolf to wolf to... I don't know if we'll have enough health left to do the cougar. We might have to do this wolf, go heal, and then come grab these other three. Might be the way of things. All right, here is our settler. We can't press the settle button right now, which is infuriating because I cannot see, because we don't have city cap, so I can't press it. And there's no other way to see zones. So, can I complain enough about that? I honestly, like... I'm surprised it has not been changed yet. This would have been first and foremost. I would have done a hotfix for this, to be honest. Like, as a strategy game, it is so frustrating not to be able to strategize. Anyway, I'd like to get to these, so I think I'm gonna move to like this territory and just hope that it's got like that one of these up here has what we need. So I think we just start moving this way. Like, I'm just gonna send him. Like, just go that way. What's his path? It's gonna take him 8 turns to get there, so it's fine. I'm just gonna send him that. We need the grain. We need grains. We are so grainless. Why? Unlock monarchy. Perfect. Well, we would like to establish monarchy. As you can see, we go to a 4 city cap. Our intrinsic bonus goes from none to +5 security and +5 prosperity in our capital, which is pretty nice. We can also select a policy, which we currently have none of. We can get +5 wealth per turn for each city you own. My palace provides +10 quality of life stats. The city is built in. We don't have a palace yet, so we don't need that. Or +5 siege defense in your capital if you're, under siege. We're going to take the 5 wealth per turn. That's going to boost our wealth by quite a bit and allow us perhaps maybe to boost our grain stores instead of with grain, but maybe with wealth. We might be able to take that into consideration. And when you're selecting your government, just FYI, actually, I guess we haven't seen the government yet in this in the YouTube series. So here's the government. You increase your city cap, you get intrinsic bonuses based on the government type. You get to pick different policies. Each government type has different policies, and you just pick those policies, based on the current situation you find yourself in, kind of. For tax rate, here's the thing. Just click low. I have not seen any instance where it is worth it to click anything but low. So you'll notice our projected taxes is 2 per turn. Not much. 2 wealth per turn, not much. It doubles if you go to medium, and it triples if you go up to high. But 6 wealth per turn is basically nothing. And now look what you're costing yourself. -25 happiness, -20 city growth, -25 research in all cities. Even this with no effect is not worth it. Because at low taxes, you get +15 happiness, +10% city growth, and +15% research in all cities. There is no way this is balanced. This is another thing that they definitely need to look at changing. If you increase your tax rate, you need to get way more wealth per turn to make this worth it. It is not even remotely worth increasing to a medium or high tax rate. So always set for low. Never ever click on medium or high. I've never seen an instance where it's useful at any point in the game. Maybe when at the very end, I'm not sure. But it's definitely not worth it early to mid game for sure. If you have a different thought, let me know in the comments below. I'm always happy to hear differing opinions or other strategies, but low is the way to go. All right, let's confirm that. Our specialists available. We have already sent them on their way, and we can press the next turn button. We're rocking and rolling. We now have our monarchy established. All of our bonuses are in play. That feels very good. You can see up here that monarchy is now in play. We have that cap bonus. Don't forget, all that takes a turn. So just because you research monarchy, you actually have to switch into monarchy before you get that city cap increase, right? Because again, simultaneous turns, right? All right, we got lithic tools crafted. We got a feast crafted. How many lithic tools do we have? How close are we? Because we need to switch to rope at some point as well, right? We gotta go here. We have we have 5 lithic tools. So I'm crafting an extra lithic tool currently. We could switch that to rope right away, because we have to get to 10 rope to be able to build this. I think we need to get that quickly. So we need at minimum set it to 8, because we need at minimum 7. This is gonna cost gold. What else could we do here? Go more gold. Yeah, 1 rope per 3 turns kind of sucks. We're making quite a bit of gold now. So I'm not opposed. We do have wool. We are getting wool. So I could use wool here. And then we could put the gold in here. But we could get them out in 2 turns. Now we're going to run out of wool because we don't have our farm on wool yet, I don't think. Because our production per turn is only 0.4. But we could use it at least for 1 round. And then we'll switch it, I guess. Anyway, okay. Grain store active, and we're going to run out of grain stores once again. We get another grain store in 2, so that's not bad. And then we get another grain store here in 2. But again, our grain is... I don't know. All right, we got an event. Okay. We get 25... We give them 25 wealth. We get +1 relationship and +5 prestige. If we had a spearman in our reserves... Now, keep in mind, for these quests, you have to keep the spearmen in your reserves. If you have them deployed, you cannot give them to the tribes. So we get +2 relationship and +10 prestige, which you can't see, but it's worth double prestige if you give them a spearman. I'm not worried about our prestige rating so much as I'm worried about just getting that tribe to join us at this point. +1 should put us already into Grateful where they could join us, I think. So I think we can just do this now. However, you can defer these, and it defers it for some amount of time. I thought it was 10 turns, but I think it's actually variable. If you know exactly how the deferment here works, I'm not entirely sure. But it does eliminate this possibility for you. So the first possibility will go away, and then when the quest comes up again, you either have the option to give them a spearman, or you don't get any bonuses from it at all, or you have to take the negative if there's a negative, right? So that's all possible. We could train a spearman, get the +2 relationship and the 10 prestige, but to be honest, I just don't see the value, because if we get this up by 1, I think we go all the way to the top. If we don't, that'll be my mistake, and we should have tried to train the spearman, but let's just give him 25 wealth and see what happens. Yeah, see, that pushed him all the way to the top, so we should now be able to incorporate this tribe. Unfortunately, it is going to incorporate into Neza again, and not into Kuahulu, because of distance things, but that's a little unfortunate. Actually, what would have been nice is if we could have deferred, waited till this city was settled. That's still going to be further away. I mean, the hope is it's going to be further away. Ooh, we could check something. Now that we have our city cap, we have access to our settle button again, the mystical magical settle button that will allow you to see how many zones are in each territory. All right, let's come up here. We want to get as close to this as we can. Oh, we could just settle this. Oh, perfect. There's a 5. Beauty. This is a 5. We grab this next. It's also a 5 with the rice. And then we have more grain over here. It's also a nice territory. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to hard forward settle India, who already doesn't like us. We're going to put a city right here. We're going to grab as much grain as we can. So that is our 100% our objective with this city, is we're trying to get access to grain and as much grain as we possibly can. It's like, it's telling us, the computer is like, oh, this is a great territory. It's not. It only has 4. It only has 4 zones, and it has a resource in it. Not a good territory. This is where we want to be. 5 with no resource in it. Also, I did find out in one of my other games, you can settle directly on top of a resource, and you will still get that resource over time. You can never put an extractor on it or an improvement, right, to get it out faster, but you do still get the resource. It doesn't disappear. The same is true with triumphs or other buildings. So if you decide, hey, I don't need an improvement on that to get it out faster, you can build on top of things and they don't go away. You still get those bonuses at the normal rate, right? It's a very slow rate because you don't have an improvement on it, but you can in fact do that. Okay, so we're gonna definitely we're just going to continue to the territory where we know we want them to be, which is, yes, this one. So just get there as fast as possible. Gonna take 7 turns. I don't love that, but we did. We were smart. We were smart in that we did indeed get the settlers out right away. I think we probably could have built them even sooner, potentially, right? But I think we did it. We did it as efficiently as we could. Okay. Let's next turn it. We'll keep rolling. We got feasts being crafted all over the place. We definitely have enough feasts. And we also don't have any access to precious metals where we are. I see no precious metals, which is... Things are starting to look somewhat problematic in our empire from a resource standpoint. We have copper up here, So this will be nice to get some access to copper. Copper will help us. But man, it'd be nice. There's copper here as well. So we have some access to copper. But I do not see any precious metals or anything like that. We need we need something out here in the ocean. We need to have shellfish on, or the clams or whatever, so that we can get some precious stones, possibly. I don't know. It's going to be questionable. All right, we're going to cut through here. Oh, there's some more. Yeah, we're not going to get to that, right? We need to up our city cap again by building our palace as fast as possible so we can get this city out. That might be it for cities in this initial area. I'm not sure. We have to wait. We might have to wait at some point for a culling, or we're going to have to go to war. That might be our only other option, right? All right, we grew. Oh, tell me we can take it. Ah, they took it. Gosh dang. They are growing just ahead of us. And it is infuriating. It is absolutely infuriating. They took both the resources. They took the tea and they took the meteorite. This city is a bane to my existence. We literally grew a turn too late to grab that meteorite. I don't know. Maybe war is the best answer. I'm not sure. We could go get access to more horses. Maybe we start going up this way now. Maybe we just leave this. Like this, maybe setting a border is not. There's no point anymore. Maybe we just grab these resources. I know it's a 2 territory tile. Like it's not great, but it gets us access to these horses later. And we have no amenities. I literally cannot slot an amenity here. That's a bummer. We need to start generating amenities. Yikes. Can't put a grain store in for growth. Not great. I'm going to take... It's such a wait. This is a 0. I didn't even know that was possible. This is a 0. You can't even build an improvement here. Well, you can have that one, I guess, bud. I'm going to go take this one for the resources. Boy. Well. Man. All right, we keep plugging. We keep plugging. Let's just keep things moving along. Region claimed. Rope. Okay, got some grain stores in. How many grain stores do we have now? 2 grain stores just got crafted. We need grain stores in 5. They're going to build one in 4, so they're self-sustaining. That's self-sustaining there. This grain store is out in 4, so long as we don't run out of grain, which is possible. They only need one for 8. Okay, so we can take... If we have an extra grain store, we can put it in this city now. Perfect. Let's get that done. We're almost out of jewelry, which means our other cities are going to run out of amenities as well. Relationships with India has changed from distrusted to disliked. Didn't want anything. It doesn't matter. We might be... Maybe that's... You know what would suck is if we had to go to war with Ashoka. If Ashoka goes to war with us instead of... Oh no, he's got a settler and it's going this way. No! Well, I mean, maybe we have to go to war with everybody. Maybe it's just going to end up being a war game. Where are you going with this settler? Go away. He's totally going to come settle, like, right in here somewhere. He's going to ruin everything. If we didn't need the grain, I would redirect to our settle over here. But I don't think we can. I think we need the grain. We could beat him to the spot and get a city down to start snagging all these resources, and we could send our next settler up here. But it's really risky, because he could just get another settler and send them in this direction. Right now, it looks like we need to push down here. 3, 4. We could get to our city settle spot in 4 turns. So we could go settle before him, and we could at least take... We would have the advantage in grabbing all these territories. Or do we come up here and go after what we need to have? We could redirect to this. We could redirect this way and see where his settler goes. If we move this way, we're still the same distance away. We'll make the decision. We'll make the decision after this turn. All right. Workshop complete. It's already got the tools. It's already got the rope. Of course, that doesn't actually help us because we need that for Stonehenge. But we can always pull those out if we need to. What do we need? We need a couple baskets. I know that. We also need the rope and the tools. Let's get, we need at least a single basket. So let's get a single basket out. We use materials to boost that. And not timber. We could use wealth. I just need 1 currently. So let's just get 1 out. It'll go to where we need it to go. And then we can probably start crafting like rope or something out of that. All right, let's get this hunt done. Hey, the Nagpur tribe has joined. Beauty. 1,500 people. 10 metal ingots? Oh, that is potent. That is an excellent join bonus. You'll love to see it. I'm assuming they joined Neza. Neza's going to catch our capital really quickly here. All right, city idle. Okay, we got the workshop in. Don't have access to the docks yet. We have 2 turns until access to the altar. We build something in 2 turns. Maybe we should start militarying up. Should we start building a military? I feel like India is threatening us. Maybe we snag a swordsman real quick, just to put the swordsman into reserves, and we'll grab 2 archers at a later time to put them out in a wedge formation. I don't feel like we have to have anything else here right now. I kind of want to build... The next thing I want to build here, I think, is an altar. So I think I'm going to go swordsman to start to get an army up and running. We need at least 2 wedge formations. I need a wedge formation here, and I need a wedge formation here. Just... Italy seems amicable, but... I don't know. India does not seem amicable. Okay, we're all good. Here. Let's turn. Accelerator depleted. We got grain stores being depleted, so now that's going to take longer. That's a bummer. Distrusted, disliked. Okay, so it's, Wait, isn't that just the same as it was? Why are you sending me that message? We lost 10 more health hunting that wolf. Alright, I think we should go heal. Let's go heal over here, and then we'll hunt the stuff that's over here. Oh, we could hunt this wolf on our way through. You know what? We could hunt this. Let's hunt this wolf on our way through. Because what do we have? We have 40 health left, so we're good to hunt that wolf. So we'll go hunt that wolf, and then we'll heal. All right, where did their settler go? Still, we're going to be behind again. They're going to beat us to the spot. If they... Do you think they're going to try to settle this? If they settle this spot, then that's easy. We just go to war and take the city. If they settle something over here, we could probably just try to outclaim them. But they're gonna grow faster than us, though. Ugh. Color me frustrated. Ha. Classic. Oh, he's going down. Okay. Altar is available to us now. We go altar. What do we decide? Altar into masonry. We're almost in our golden. Oh, we're in trouble. We don't have enough to build. Oh, we don't have enough to build Stonehenge. We're not going to get it done. We could pull everything out of our extractors to build it. We could go wheel for the 5. Get a 25% bonus off of that. Go trading for the 6. Because we're not going to get the palace built. Our research then becomes... I mean, anything that gets us... Anything at this point that nets us, right? We're getting 5 per turn. So we have... How many turns do we have to... Our Golden Age is going to be 10 turns. And our Golden Age will start in 3 turns? No, it's going to take 4, right? It'll take 4. So we have 4 turns. Our Golden Age will start in 4 turns. So we could do masonry to get access to the palace. Just in case we can't build Stonehenge, we could at least get our palace in. And then we could do wheel or trading, probably trading for our next one to get the access to... Okay, so we're still going to go masonry anyway, get access to the palace, just in case we can't get Stonehenge done in time. We need to hard focus a few things for Stonehenge. Where's our workshop? Put it over here. Okay, the basket is built, so we need rope. Everyone needs to build rope. Let's just use wealth to build it. I'm going to double wealth the rope. Get me... Yeah, 5 is fine. We're going to need it anyway. 5 rope. We can pull rope out too, so I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Get me rope. Are we double boosted on rope over here? No, we're out of pop. Just double wealth the rope here as well. And we need 1 more lithic tool. But again, we can pull a lithic tool out of somewhere to get that. So I think we'll have enough to get it started. It's still just a 9-turn build in our capital. Oh, when do we expand? 5 turns from expansion. So we have 5 turns anyway before we can grab the territory we're going to put Stonehenge in. It's going to come down to the wire here at this point. We got a cache over here? Perfect. All right, they moved here. If they settle here, that would be a problem because that we're gonna be racing for these resources, and we're not gonna make it there faster than him. These territories are not shaped the way we need them to. I hope he moves one more time. I hope he moves to the coast. He's not going to. This is gonna be where he settles, and we're gonna be fighting for these resources. Okay, our apothecary's done. We put a lithic tool in, but we're not going to because we need the lithic tools, so we're going to hold on putting the lithic tool in. And, alright, well, we'll start crafting herbal medicine. I don't think we'll be boosting it at all because it costs a bunch of wealth to do it. We don't have tea leaves yet, although we're settling, I think, somewhere near tea leaves. We could put pots, or we can put 3 wealth into a boost, like a little 50 boost. That's fine. We're using a lot of our wealth to boost our ropes right now, which we're not going to do in the future, so let's start getting herbal medicine out. That's going to get us access to at least another... We need more amenities, so that's important. We probably need to build these buildings sooner, but that's fine. All right, we have a city that's idle, and that's fine, because we're going to start building... In 5 turns, we're going to start building Stonehenge. It's an 8-turn build that we should be able to get it done. If not, we have golden reserves to be able to speed it up. Oh, we could just build Nemrut Dog. We don't have to build Stonehenge. We have everything it takes to build Nemrut Dog. Oh, and it takes 13 turns. 13 turns is too many. Is there a world where we could take a shot at building Nemrut Dog in this city? And Stonehenge in another? What's our production in this city? With 7 turns to growth, so we'd have to put Stonehenge in a 5 territory. It would suck. But there's a world in which we could attempt that. Oh, we can't because of the tiger. Right? We can't because of the tiger. We just... Well, we can't start Nemrut Dog anyway because we don't have a spot for it. We have to wait for that. Yeah, we could have timed this out maybe better. But we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be very intriguing to see how we time out our gold. The growth is gonna be important. So we want to keep our growth up. We're growing in 5 there. Our production here is probably not bad, right? What would it take? 10 turns on Stonehenge, but that's not, we're not going to be, so we won't be able to, unless we buy them both out on like the final turn of our, okay, well, okay, either way, we need 5, we have 5 turns to get this down. We're going to need, if we want to attempt that, we need more lumber. Emerald Dog would get us an extra city cap as well. So we build an altar real quick. 6 turn. Well, we wouldn't get it done. We wouldn't get the altar done quite. So that's probably not optimal. So put a butcher shop in. So we put a this butcher shop is easy to get in. Gets us access to a possible extra thing. We could put a butcher shop in this territory because we don't mind that. We'd also just put a logging camp in. Actually, we could do both of those things, right? Technically speaking. Or we could train an archer. I'm gonna go butcher shop. Just so we can start getting other amenities out. Oh, it's gonna get tricky. Okay, we're at turn 60. That did not go quite as fast as I wanted to, although it picked up towards the end. We'll continue to progress things. We have some big decisions to make here as this game goes forward, man. There's a lot of... We're getting aggressively forward settled and quickly painted into a corner. I like that we have started on some military... You know what? Changed my mind. Actually, leave it in, but get me archers. Get me archers. And you know what? No, we're just one archer, and then we'll end up putting the wonder in. We're gonna military up. We need a military up for a bazillion different reasons. Okay, that will do it for this episode. We got so much stuff going on. It's getting real intense in this game. We will be progressing through our turns, probably, you know, that pace for the second half of that episode, I think, is more what I'm going for. So, turn 60 as of right now. If you like the content, hit that thumbs up button. We'd love to have you back. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and have that notification bell turned on so you know when we release these episodes. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.